Today's parade is the focus for the total of 6,500 REME soldiers who serve in Germany. They've come from units all over the command, from Verden, from Wolfenbüttel, from Rheindal, and all points between. Not everybody's here, of course. There's people on emergency tours in Northern Ireland, Belize, Cyprus, and others supporting military exercises here in Germany. Some are over at Bathurst in Canada. But there are just over 600 on parade, officers and men, and another 300 or so manning display stands, which will be open for a rather soggy viewing by the visitors. There are 3,500 soldiers, families and guests who
talking to Corporal Artis. Corporal Artis
come here, huddled under their umbrellas to watch this REME's 50th anniversary parade, REME BAOR. And CDS comes over to the left-hand end as we look at it, of this parade of foot soldiers.
I'm going down the front rank, very quickly moving down the front rank, stopping to speak to the odd man. Now he's talking to Corporal Artis. Corporal Artis served with the Scots Dragoon Guards in the Gulf.
There's quite a lot of people, obviously, here who've got their Granby service medals and one or two other service medals as well. I've noticed a few Falklands medals on the parade altogether, Steve.
Indeed, at 4 Armoured Workshops.
In the background, though, we can see the static displays. We can probably just pick out the helicopter. There's a main repair group from the REME Aviation on display. Now he's moving on to the second company, which is your unit, I think, Steve.
Number 2 company is 6 Armoured Workshop. The Regimental Sergeant Major is talking to Staff Sergeant Murray. The CDS is talking to Sergeant Yandel. Sergeant Yandel is a Great Britain Team Lunge member. That's these people that go down on a little skateboard down mountains. And moving on very quickly, 6 Armoured Workshop were in the Gulf as the Force Maintenance Workshop. The majority of those on parade today were in the Gulf with 7 Armoured. Talking now with Craftsman Graham, a married man, comes from Andover and enjoys tug of war. 7 Armoured Workshops deployed to the Gulf September time and returned in March.
Of course, this link with the desert is interesting because the REME were founded 50 years ago largely because of the difficulties of workshop repairs that were discovered in the Western Desert campaign. And it's really come a full circle, hasn't it? As we might describe later, some of the practices that were being talked about.
Going back to the desert. Certainly the Challenger was designed for the desert.
See the parade commander standing just to the left of CDS, behind him there, Colonel Huntley.
We're talking to Corporal Latimer, who's a gun fitter, not to be mixed up with an armourer. Gun fitters repair the large guns, but the armourers repair all the small arms. Having quite a chat with him. That's Lance Corporal Montaigne, a vehicle mechanic in the unit repair service. Plays football, basketball, skiing, table football, and would like to go to Bathurst. This is in Suffolk, Canada. And the last time. Moving on now to number 6 company, which is a composite company made up of 20 electronic workshops and 1 core troops workshops, all based in Bielefeld. talking to Corporal McKenna, the telecommunications technicians from 20 Electronic Workshop. Known as Scouts, but I don't think the inspecting officer would actually call him by his first name this morning.
I think it was 20 Electronics who recently moved into purpose-built special accommodation for sorting out their equipment in Bielefeld and won a PSA award for the design of the building, if I remember rightly.
Yes, I think you're absolutely correct, John. Meanwhile, the BDS moves on.
I do believe the rain is easing off a little bit. We've had waves of heavy rain and then light showers and occasional breaks. Very unfortunate, really, for everybody who's prepared so hard for this parade.
Captain Tony Downs reports in 7 Company, which consists of the 1 Cheshire's LAD, the Strotscombe Guards LAD, and the Queen's Royal Irish LAD. The 1 Cheshire's LAD, formerly the 1 Stafford's LAD from Follingbossel, all involved in the Gulf, and the front rank consists of all 1 Cheshire's LAD.